Hello and welcome to quiz class. I'm your host Ellen, and today we have 100 questions for the boomers. We hope you enjoy it. Let's begin with question number 1. What artistic style influenced the cloche hat in the 1930s? Art Deco, Surrealism, or Modernism? Art Deco. What war's candy inspired the creation of M&Ms in World War II? World War I, the Spanish Civil War, or the Irish Civil War? The Spanish Civil War. What pioneering research in the 1930s led to the discovery of transposons? Potato genetics, wheat genetics, or maize genetics? Maize genetics. What Great Depression activity offered cash prizes to participants? Singing marathons, painting marathons, or dance marathons? Dance marathons. What did the 1935 Stresa Front oppose? Communism in the UK, Italian fascism, or German rearmament? German rearmament. What Hollywood star influenced 1930s eyebrow shaping trends? Judy Garland, Greta Garbo, or Marlene Dietrich? Marlene Dietrich. What musical marked the beginning of Broadway's golden age in 1934? Red Hot and Blue, Showboat, or Anything Goes? Anything Goes. What U.S. program was established in 1933 to restore forests and manage public lands? The Land Conservation Corps, Civilian Conservation Corps, or Forest Conservation Corps? Civilian Conservation Corps. What snack, introduced in 1934, offered an affordable luxury during the Great Depression? Palace crackers, Ritz crackers, or goldfish crackers? Ritz crackers. What was the U.S. title for the 1934 Agatha Christie novel, Murder on the Orient Express? The Mystery of the Blue Train, The Murder on the Links, or Murder in the Calais Coach? Murder in the Calais Coach. What synthetic product did Procter & Gamble introduce in 1933? Bleach, shampoo, or detergent? Detergent. Where did the first public television broadcast take place in 1935? Paris, London, or Berlin? Berlin. What planet was discovered by Clyde Tombaugh in 1930? Neptune, Pluto, or Uranus? Pluto. What conservation efforts expanded in Yellowstone National Park during the 1930s? Wildlife management, hunting management, or farming management programs? Wildlife management programs. What event in 1935 challenged the League of Nations authority? Italy's invasion of Ethiopia, Germany's annexation of Austria, or the USSR war with Finland? Italy's invasion of Ethiopia. What type of music, led by Benny Goodman, dominated the 1930s? Swing, blues, or Western? Swing. Which Olympics first included an Olympic Village in 1932? Los Angeles, Berlin, or Sapporo? Los Angeles. What conflict between Finland and the Soviet Union erupted in 1939? Winter War, Lysinos War, or Karelia War? The Winter War. What U.S. program funded public art projects during World War II? Works Progress Administration, Office of Public Works, or Public Art Administration? Works Progress Administration. What industrial accident in 1947 became one of the deadliest in U.S. history? The New York City disaster, Kansas City disaster, or Texas City disaster? The Texas City disaster. What achievement in 1942 marked a milestone in atomic energy? Nuclear reaction, nuclear enrichment, or nuclear fission? Nuclear fission. What simplified form of English gained traction as an auxiliary language in the 1940s? British English, Refined English, or Basic English? Basic English. What car model introduced the tail fin design in 1948? Cadillac Series 42, Series 52, or Series 62? Cadillac Series 62. What didn't become a popular alternative snack during World War II due to sugar rationing? Pretzels, popcorn, or peanuts? Pretzels. What What 1941 U.S. legislation allowed aid to the Allies without direct involvement in World War II? Friend-Lease Act, Lend-Lease Act, or Extend-Lease Act? The Lend-Lease Act. What organization, founded in 1948, promoted Christian unity? World Unification of Churches, World Council of Churches, or World Entity of Churches? World Council of Churches. What British mountaineer scouted routes for Everest expeditions in the 40s? Edmund Hillary, Eric Shipton, or Frank Smythe? Eric Shipton. Which leader meddled in the 1937 Venice Film Festival to ensure the French film The Grand Illusion wouldn't win? Adolf Hitler, Benito Mussolini, or Francisco Franco? Benito Mussolini. What surplus material was repurposed for fashion, including wedding dresses, after World War II? Hospital bandages, parachute silk, or window coverings? Parachute silk. What is the Russian name for the product most similar to Spam, which gained popularity during World War II? Simmenthal, Tushonka, or Svinina? Tushonka. What transformation didn't Japan adopt with its 1947 post-war constitution? Monarchy abolishment, parliamentary system, or adopted pacifism? Monarchy abolishment. What film adaptation earned Laurence Olivier his Academy Award in 1948? Macbeth, Hamlet, or Othello? Hamlet. What holiday symbolized France's liberation from Nazi occupation in 1945? Ascension Day, Armistice Day, or Bastille Day? Bastille Day. What drink became popular among U.S. soldiers in the Pacific during World War II? Rum, vodka, or gin? Rum. What did D.T. Suzuki's writings introduce to Western audiences in the 40s? Krishna consciousness, Zen Buddhism, or Wicca? Zen Buddhism. What German offensive marked the last major battle on the Western Front in World War II? The Siege of Bastogne, the Battle of the Bulge, or Normandy landings? The Battle of the Bulge. How many stories is the Metropolitan Life North building in New York City? completed in 1950? 30, 40, or 50? 30. What 1951 sitcom became the first to film in front of a live studio audience? The Honeymooners, I Love Lucy, or The Dick Van Dyke Show? I Love Lucy. What type of music did Miles Davis popularize in the 50s? Cool jazz, free jazz, or blues jazz? Cool jazz. At what British circuit was the first Formula One World Championship race in 1950? Silverstone, Goldstone, or Sandstone? Silverstone. Where was the world's first operational nuclear power plant that opened in 1954? Russia, East Germany, or Ukraine? Russia. What company revolutionized coffee and pastries with its first store in 1950? Sara Lee, the International House of Pancakes, or Dunkin' Donuts? Dunkin' Donuts. What waterway connected the Great Lakes to the Atlantic in 1959? St. Lee Seaway, St. Lawrence Seaway, or St. Louis Seaway? The St. Lawrence Seaway. What 1950s clothing item offered a casual alternative to skirts? Culottes, capri pants, or overalls? Capri pants. What beauty product did Max Factor introduce in 1957? Waterproof mascara, liquid eyeliner, or false eyelashes? Waterproof mascara. What fiber, invented in 1958, became widely used in fashion? Lyocell, spandex, or Kevlar? Spandex. What iconic snack did Hostess introduce in the 1950s? Ding Dong, Twinkies, or Ho-Hos? Twinkies. Which country withdrew from the Warsaw Pact in 1968? Bulgaria, Albania, or Slovenia? Albania. What hairstyle became famous in the 60s for its voluminous appearance? Beehive, Victory rolls or shag? Beehive. You're at question 50. What 1967 political event forced King Constantine II into exile? Military coup in Turkey, military coup in Greece, or military coup in Italy? A military coup in Greece. What prestigious literary award was first presented in 1969? International Botev Prize, the Booker Prize, or the Hugo Award? The Booker Prize. What song did Jimi Hendrix perform to close Woodstock in 1969? God Save the Queen, The Star-Spangled Banner, or America the Beautiful? The Star-Spangled Banner. Which country withdrew from NATO's military command in 1966? The UK, France, or the US? France. What futuristic fashion style, led by Pierre Cardin, embraced materials like PVC? Googie style, space age look, or robotic chic? Space age look. What African organization was founded in 1963 to promote continental solidarity? Organization of African Cooperation, of African Unity, or of African Development? The Organization of African Unity. What baseball team completed a miracle season by winning the 1969 World Series? The New York Giants, the New York Mets, or the Brooklyn Dodgers? The New York Mets. What UNESCO program, launched in 1968, promoted environmental conservation? Man and the Biosphere, Man and the Planet, or Man and the World? Man and the Biosphere. What did the development of image sensors in the late 1960s mark the beginning of? Photocopying, digital photography, or email? Digital photography. What Japanese transportation breakthrough began service in 1964? Bullet trains, over water trains, or Tokyo Metro services? Bullet trains. Which artists contributed to yoga and meditation practices, gaining popularity in the West in the 60s? Pink Floyd, the Beatles, or Bob Dylan? The Beatles. What chemist group worked on ibuprofen's discovery in 1961? CVS Health, Walgreens Company, or Boots UK Limited? Boots UK Limited. What speech did Lyndon Johnson deliver in Selma, Alabama in 1965 as part of the civil rights movement? We shall triumph, we shall begin, or we shall overcome. We shall overcome. What 1960s hairstyle popularized the geometric bob haircut? Antoine de Paris, Vidal Sassoon, or Mr. Kenneth? Vidal Sassoon. What novel was not part of Toni Morrison's literary impact in the 70s? Beloved, King of Solomon, or Sula? Beloved. Which actor experienced a heart attack while shooting the 1979 film Apocalypse Now? Marlon Brando, Martin Sheen, or Sam Waterston? Martin Sheen. What type of clothing became a fashion staple in the 70s, led by brands like Calvin Klein? Designer denim, designer underwear, or designer jackets? Designer denim. What phrase did Tom Wolfe coin in 1976 to describe the era's focus on individualism? The Me Decade, the Century of the Self, or I Before You? The Me Decade. What conflict in 1971 led to the creation of Bangladesh? The Bangladesh-Pakistan War, the Bangladesh Liberation War, or South Asian Liberation War? The Bangladesh Liberation War. What company changed its name from Huntington Ice Cream in 1962? Ben & Jerry's, Baskin Robbins, or Bluebell Creameries? Baskin Robbins. What UN organization, established in 1972, coordinated global environmental efforts? The UN Environment Provision, the UN Environment Principality, or the UN Environment Program? The UN Environment Program. Which musician starred in the 1976 film The Man Who Fell to Earth? Elton John, Prince, or David Bowie? David Bowie. What economic theory gained popularity in the 1970s to explain Cold War decision-making? Capital theory, game theory, or fiat theory? Game theory. What 1974 boxing match saw Muhammad Ali defeat George Foreman? Warble for the winner, Rumble in the Jungle, or Rumble Among the Trouble? Rumble in the Jungle. What was the Unification Church known for in the 70s? Bible disregard, mass weddings, or communal living? Mass weddings. What country became the first to adopt gender-neutral parental leave in 1974? The Republic of Ireland, Sweden, or Belgium? Sweden. What event made Gerald Ford the only U.S. president never elected to office? Richard Nixon's resignation, the impeachment of Richard Nixon, or the attempted assassination of Richard Nixon? Richard Nixon's resignation. What cocktail gained popularity in the 70s, later featured prominently in The Big Lebowski? Pina Colada, Gold Cadillac, or White Russian? White Russian. What economic problem defined by rising inflation and unemployment emerged in the 70s? Deflation, stagnation, or stagflation? Stagflation. What 1978 book by Edward Said reshaped views on the East? East World, Orientalism, or Orient Sphere? Orientalism. Question 80. What entertainment trend soared with the rise of VHS players in the 1980s? Movie marathons, home video rentals, or family entertainment? Home video rentals. What hairstyle became popular in the 1980s, known for its glossy curls? Farrah flick, hair metal, or jerry curl? The jerry curl. What U.S. public radio network launched the talk show French in 1985? Air, News, or Story? Air. What environmental organization launched major campaigns in the 80s? Sea Shepherd, Greenpeace, or Amnesty International? Greenpeace. What fruit-flavored snack became popular in the 80s? Welch's, Shark Bites, or Black Forest? Shark Bites. What poetry collection by Adrienne Rich resonated with 80s social movements? The Dream of a Common Place, of a Common Journey, or of a Common Language? The Dream of a Common Language. What U.S. hockey team achieved a major upset in the 1980 Winter Olympics? Miracle Winter Team, Miracle on Ice Team, or Ice Magic Team? Miracle on Ice Team. What celestial event thrilled astronomers during its 1986 return? Comet Encke, Halley's Comet, or Comet Hyakutake? Halley's Comet. Which 1986 Tom Clancy novel focused on the speculative outbreak of World War III? The Sum of All Fears, The Hunt for Red October, or Red Storm Rising? Red Storm Rising. What natural feature in Utah reached record high levels in the 80s, raising concerns about flooding? The Strawberry Reservoir, the Great Salt Lake, or the Utah Lake? The Great Salt Lake. Which Chinese leader opened the country's economy to global trade in the 80s? Hu Jintao, Deng Xiaoping, or Jiang Zemin? Deng Xiaoping. What is another name for the Buckminster fullerene molecule discovered in 1985? AA60, BB60, or CC60? C60. What evidence did paleontologists discover in the 1980s that explained the extinction of dinosaurs? Solar flares, meteor impact, or ice age? Meteor impact. What gold lipstick trend symbolized power and confidence in the 1980s? Bright pink lipstick, bright orange lipstick, or bright red lipstick? Bright red lipstick. What bird native to Brazil was declared extinct in the wild in the late 1980s due to habitat loss and trapping? Spix macaw, Lear's macaw, or hyacinth macaw? Spix macaw. What scientific milestone did neuroscientists achieve in 1984? Brain tumor surgery, mapping the first neural circuits, or aneurysm removal? Mapping the first neural circuits. What coffee company expanded beyond its founding city to become a global brand in the 1980s? Tim Hortons, Tully's Coffee, or Starbucks? Starbucks. What automotive technology became standard in the 80s to reduce emissions? Electric conversion, catalytic converters, or exhaust pipe? Catalytic converters. What industry wasn't privatized in the UK under Margaret Thatcher's government during the 80s? The National Health Service, the British Telecom, or British Airways? National Health Service. What iconic Chanel perfume was released in 1984? Coco, Blue, or Allure? Coco. Question 100. How many years older than Harrison Ford was Sean Connery when he played his father in the 1989 film Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? 12, 22, or 32? 12. And for our bonus question, which Disney movie featuring Ariel was released in 1989? Let us know the answer in the comments. We hope you enjoyed playing, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.